Hello, if you can hear me, I'm trying to figure out how to get me on the screen. I have a new setup, and so with StreamYard, and I'm trying to figure this out. So I don't know why you can't see me yet. So I apologize that this is not working. What would it be with, things actually working? Okay, there we go. Hi, and welcome to my studio, Yarn Barn, Yarnatopia. If you're new here, my name is Kim and I love yarn, and it is move-in day, and it also is a Vlogmas day 1. And so I'm doing my Vlogmas a little bit differently this year. There's going to be some pre-recorded content that goes up hopefully every day, but I'm not going to make a pie crust promise. It's easily made and easily broken. And there's going to be lots of lives because we are finally getting to move in out here, although it's not completely completed. There are a few things still going on, like I still need to trim out my windows. There's still no electricity, so that's been fun. So thank goodness that I have really good natural lighting and lamps and a couple of minor finishing touches that I have to complete. But for the most part, it's usable space. And so I am ready to unbag all the yarn and get it in these bookcases, which I do need to pick up some more bookcases as well. Because upon moving all my yarn out here, I realized that I have a lot more yarn than I thought I did. And we're going to talk about all the favorite indie dyers and some of my favorite yarns that I've collected over the years, and look at projects of what I have in mind for them. So if you are new to Ravelry, this may be a fun series to check out, because as I go through 12 33-gallon bags of yarn, as well as I don't know how many boxes and totes that are like sitting out before me, we're going to be pulling them up on Ravelry, making sure I have them in my stash, making sure I have the photo, and seeing if I already have a project attached to them or not. And if so, maybe finding a project for them. And if they're not already in Ravelry, we're going to be adding those to my Ravelry stash. So hope you join in. I'm going to fix this so I can actually see my comments, because I can't right now. Hello, another yarn. Good morning. That's Shannon. Lefty Crochets and Marionettes. Hello, good morning, fellow knitter. So yeah, I'm going to kind of show and pan around so you can see the madness. Last night we brought the bookcases out because it's going to be raining here pretty much the entire weekend, and I wanted to have something to work on. So we brought these out, and my husband actually attached them to the walls with a headlamp because I only had like one lamp out here at the time. And my wee child and I started bringing out all the totes and the bags and just kind of threw them in the floor. So I'm going to show you what I'm dealing with right now, because it's pure chaos. So I'm not going to try to make you sick. I'm trying to figure out how to undo this softly. Okay. So this is my space. This is my chaos. All of that is pretty much yarn.
that we need to get into these Billy bookcases. I do have to get a couple more bookcases. I'm going to get 4 of the smaller, shorter Billies. And I need to get 1 more of the skinny Billies for my books. But that is what we're working with. So I thought, honestly, I don't even know where to begin. I'm a little overwhelmed. I did kind of clean some of the glass doors. I still have to get a glass door for this one because this is actually one out of our den. But I thought we would kind of start this process today and talk yarn. So that is what we're going to do. It's a little chilly out here. There's no electricity, like I said, but it's staying around 50-something degrees, which is doable. I'm going to clean out the spot so I can grab one of these boxes. I guess I'm not going to do any of the acrylic in the big bookcases. I'm going to do them on the side. So I'm going to set those totes to the side, which is that tote. I don't even know what's that tote. And then we have this tote. I am rocking the Christmas leggings because, you know, it's December the 1st. This has a little bit of hodgepodge. Let me figure out how to share my screen so I can pull up Ravelry. So how are y'all all this morning? Are you having a lovely December the 1st? We have 44. Wait, let me start over. So there is another yarn who is Susan. We have Lefty Crochets and Mira Knits. Hello. I'm not sure if I know your name, so please let me know. We have 444 Rain. Good morning. I'm happy to see you are in the yarn shed. Yay, I know, it's so exciting. So exciting. And then we have Elizabeth from Australia. Austria. You're in Austria. Okay, so my mother-in-law, who I take care of, is Austrian. She grew up in Salzburg, and she is 86, and she has Alzheimer's, and I'm her caretaker. And she's actually what got me into knitting and crochet. So that is so amazing to see you from her part of the woods. Stephanie. I knew that. I think I knew that. I need to write that down, but I don't know where my notebook is right now. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to try to figure out how to present. I should know this. Let me close all this other stuff. Present screen. I upgraded my StreamYard. It should come like with a tutorial, but it does not. It really needs to. Okay. And now I'm no longer there. Okay, so this is something. I apologize. I really should have been more prepared for this, but apparently I was not. I thought it would just kind of like, if you upgraded, all the things would just work normally. And that's not necessarily the case. I don't know why it's not sharing my screen in the background. Add item. Media slot. There we go. Technology. It's interesting. Okay. This is very interesting to say the least. So for the most part, I would like to say that I have a large portion of my yarn into Ravelry. But if I'm being honest, it's going to be like 97%. Because it's been a minute since I've done all that and tried to like put all that in there. But we're gonna see. Wish you can crop this more, but you can't. Okay. This is what we're gonna roll with. So the first tote is this ginormous thing. And I would really like to get done with all these totes today. So we're going to hope that this works, because I can bring in other stuff. Sorry if I'm making y'all seasick. This is just kind of a hodgepodge, but I do want to pull out these. So this is a fun bag of goodies that we're going to look at. And what we're going to do is I'm going to pull this up in Ravelry. I'm going to try to split my actual screen so I can see comments as well in case anyone has any questions. Okay. So when you go to your Ravelry, you have your stash. You can see on this, I actually already have 3 projects planned for this month. I talk about those in my actual Advent video that will be coming out hopefully this evening. If not, it'll be coming out first thing in the morning. But we're going to go to my stash feature. And the easiest way to do this, it's raining, our internet's been crazy, is to grab your yarn and type in the colorway if you've already typed it in to make sure it's in here. So this is actually some Yarn Bee. There we go. This is a Hobby Lobby yarn. I picked this up a while back. It was not on one of their sales. I just thought it was really pretty. It's only $16.99 for a fingering weight yarn. It is 400 yards. And it is a superwash, I think 100%. Yes, merino wool. It's really pretty. Kind of, it makes me think of vintage Christmas is why I picked it up. And this is the colorway Hibiscus Palm. And I don't think I have added this one yet. So I would go to my little search bar for my stash and I would type in Hibiscus Palm. And I typed that wrong. Is it even hibiscus? Yes. It would help if I spell correctly, but my fingers are kind of frozen. I'm not even going to lie. Okay, there we go. So I've not added this one. So to add a yarn, you can do it several ways. Personally, I like to go in and let's see. Elizabeth says, unfortunately, I have to go now. I'm an indoor trainer and the intervals are starting soon. Yes, I will watch later. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful, what day is this? Friday. It's great seeing you. Let's see here. I'm working on a cardigan and intarsia and Rowan felted tweed. Ooh. I really enjoyed intarsia. I did my first one this year. I like it a lot. I like how you're constantly changing colors. So to add a yarn to your Ravelry, there's several ways. I just usually go to the yarns tab and then I just type in the actual name of the yarn. So this one is called Authentic Hand Dyed from Yarn Bee. So I would just type in Authentic Hand Dyed. And then I would find it, just 100% merino. Make sure I have the right one because there's 2 on here, which is, this is the one I think somebody just typed it in wrong. Okay. I have a bunch of these, so I don't know why it's not pulling. That's a tonal. Okay, so this is not tonal. All right, that's right. And then I would just go to where it says in stash, and you can click on that, and then you can type in the colorway name. So typically, I would also go ahead and weigh this, and that way when I put it in, I know the exact yardage that I have. But I'm going to be completely honest. I have no idea where my scale is in here. I have 3 now, and I don't know. I think there's 2 out here and somewhere in this madness, and I don't know where. So I'm just going to put the amount of grams that it says it has on there, and then I can just adjust that later on when I work on it. 365. And now it's showing up in my stash. What this will do is when you put a new yarn in your stash and you go to your stash tab, it's actually going to put it up at the very front. So what I usually do is go through with my camera and get some good lighting, take some photos, and then just pull it up and upload them that way, because you can go into the yarn, go to add photos, and you can actually do it from your computer, Instagram, straight up from your computer, drag and drop, however you want to do it. And so I'm going to set that aside so I know to do that later. And I would say I was going to put it in something, but I don't know what I can put it in. Yes, I do. That's good. Okay, so I have to add that one later. This is some Malintosh singles. It's a single ply yarn. And this is the colorway. Let me get that off so I can see. This is the colorway. It's a one of a kind. 420 yards. It's really, really pretty. I need to move my camera so you can see the yarn a little bit better. I am so sorry if this is making you nauseous. I am not meaning to do that. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that's much better. Look how pretty this is. I picked this up in a local yarn store. I went and she had just gotten these in, and I thought it was gorgeous. So, so pretty. Bye, Lefty Crochets and Marionettes. Thank you for coming in. I hope you have a great day, Stephanie. Hello, Quilty Crocheter. How are you? Hello, Lulu's Treasure Trove. Welcome in. Sorry, my fingers are pretty cold, so I'm having a hard time clicking the buttons. I'm popping in to see how you're doing. Yes, lots going on. But I thought I would just kind of have a little chit chat as I go through some yarn and see if I actually have these in my system. I don't even know the color. Oh, it's just the one of a kind. If anyone would like to come up and show something, let's see. I will be here listening, lurking and crocheting. So happy to see. Yes, thank you, thank you. If anybody wants to come up and show what they're working on, you're more than welcome to do so. This is just a relaxed come in and go out as you want kind of hang out. This is basically to keep me company while I do all this because it's kind of chaotic. And also, who doesn't like to see yarn? Yarn's a fun thing to see. And I may have a dyer or a base that you've never seen. And so it's a great way to introduce you. I can't believe I don't have any of these in my stash. I might already have this one. Our Hostess. So I don't have a photo of that one. That's lovely. Grace notes. Okay, so there's already two in here that I don't have a photo of. Nice. We're going to add another one. And this is going to be one of a kind. So this is the Twist Light base. It is 420 yards, 384 meters, and it is a super fine single ply yarn. So I'm just going to pull up Twist Light, and I already have 11 in stash, but I don't have this one. And this is one of a kind. And I will know to go back and add all the deets on this one. They never put the grams on this, so I'm just going to put one skein for now, and I'll measure it later. But it's going to go in the take a photo later bag. I have a feeling this little whole bag is going to be take a photo later at the rate this is going. Hello, all my lurkers as well. I know I have some lurkers probably. I appreciate my lurkers, and I'm glad that you're here. This is some earth yarn. This also I picked up that day that I was there. And I picked up this copper corgi. I can't believe I haven't put these in yet. Because my intention was possibly use these together. I don't even know if I have these in my stash. So I did pick up some of the earth yarns during the holidays. I guess I even put that in there because I picked up some in April when I went on vacation to the Smokies. I got some from the Smoky Mountain Spinnery. But apparently I didn't put anything in my stash. This is their Harvest base. It's a fingering weight yarn. It's 100% superwash merino. I'm trying to get this camera. There we go. And this is in the color black. It is a fingering. I'm going to add it to stash. Colorway. It is 100 grams. And this color is actually called, I don't even know how to say this. Thuja. Thuja. Let's photograph that one. Let's check our chat. Another one that I got is this Copper Corgi. If you do not know who Copper Corgi is, you really need to check out her yarns. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. I think her stuff is just so cute and pretty. And her little logo is adorable. Corgi, and I love those dogs. I think they're just funny little dogs. So there is that link going in the chat now. This is her Savannah Sock Glitzy base. It's 480 yards. It's a very good put up of yarn. 4 ounces, 115 grams. And this is her Winter Wishes. And it is just absolutely stunning. I'm trying to mix. Let's see. Horizontal. Bring forward. Okay. Look how pretty this is. Wow. Look at all the colors. You see little specks of green. Kind of reminds me of a Christmas tree there with like ornaments and the green and the brown wood. But then you get all these winter blues and icy colors. And it is just so pretty. And that is Copper Corgi Fiber Studio. And they're out of Florida. So love, love, love her yarns. So we'll pull up and see if this is in my stash. I wish I could make, oh, I can. Interesting. Not in here either. This is not showing. I promise you I have a lot of yarn already in my stash. I don't know what's going on here. This is just not the best pack to start with. Savannah Sock. I need Savannah Sock Glitzy. There we go. And then add to stash. And then say Winter Wishes. And when I go in and take photographs, I'll reweigh these. And then I'll try to remember to show you how to go in and adjust that into your Ravelry. Because they make it super easy to do. It used to not be that way. But now it is. So right here where it says adjust, I can go and show you now. right here it says adjust quantity. So you can go in. So if I weigh this and say it actually weighs 120 grams, I can just erase that and then save, and it'll automatically figure out how much yardage I have with 120 grams opposed to 115 grams. Wonderful, wonderful little aspect of Ravelry that I love. So we'll put that one in there. This is Touch of the Sun. Where did I get these from? I remember this was somebody's D-stash that I bought, I think. This is a Miss Babs base, and this is in the Putman base. It is this really, really pretty kind of pastel color. I thought it'd be really nice for something for the spring. Miss Babs is 75%, or this base Putman is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 400 yards. I love Babs yarn. It is the one store that I buy from constantly. I have a tradition that I try to only buy it during the holidays, and I buy some for myself every Christmas morning. So when our kids were younger and we would get up and start setting up Santa's left presents, I would hop on Miss Babs' website, and I started this in 2013, and I would buy a skein of Miss Babs yarn. And I did that and have done that every year since then. So that was 2013. And I love, it's like one of those little traditions that I've just kind of set apart for myself. I just put back a little bit of money, and it's just kind of a way to have something for me. Because we don't really swap presents among ourselves in our family. The husband and I don't swap presents. We never really have. We're not that kind of, I don't know. It's just not important to us. But it is nice to kind of treat myself a little bit on Christmas. And that's what I do. And usually he'll buy him like a Funko because he likes to collect Funkos or whatever. But this is something I usually buy as Miss Babs. So I'm going to search and see if I have the Putman base, which I'm guessing this is probably why this is in this bag, because I have not put this stuff in a Ravelry. But if you're watching this, and I'm wondering, have you ever used a Ravelry to keep up with your yarns? If you have, do you have photos? Do you have all your yarns logged in there? Do you use it for other aspects like books and magazines? And I'm misspelling this. It's not Putman, it's Putnam. I have to get some high quality H2O. Good morning, Rita. I know you use Ravelry. I like it. We're talking just about Ravelry, and I'm going through and starting to put the yarn in my bookcases that I have in, and just kind of making sure I'm using it for what I want to use it for as far as projects. But so far, the first bag I pulled out, I had none of it in Ravelry. So I'm having to go in and put it all in there. And this is Touch of the Sun. Or Touch the Sun. I really need to get my glasses. I have glasses I'm supposed to be wearing in low light. Not doing a very good job of that right now. 75% superwash merino. This is 400 yards and 110 grams. And I'll add this to the take a photo later. Okay. Next thing is, I don't even know what I'm all this stuff. Next thing is this Miss Babs 5-toe mystery gnome set. Hey, wait a minute. I need this. There's going to be a project that I'm working on this month, and I recorded when I was talking about it this morning how I need to find yarn for it, but I have to find all my yarn first, and maybe I will use this. So this is the 5-toe mystery gnome set. It's a set of 5 yummy 2-ply toes, and they are all the mini skeins, fingering weight yarns. It's a total of 665 yards. And we have this pretty Muddleberg, which is this blue and orange. I think that's Big Sur. And then the Rock Sparrow is this pretty. I'll just open this up. I need to see the prettiness. This is Rock Sparrow. Miss Babs does amazing dyeing and speckles. So pretty. And this one is, maybe I got these last year for Christmas. I honestly can't remember. That's sad. That's very sad. This is Sapsucker. It's this really pretty red. So yeah, I use it for patterns. I use it for keeping up with all my yarns and patterns, and that's pretty much it. This is Snowshoe Hair. It's got some pretty grays and oops. This is a Big Sur. I love the orange. And then we have, last but not least, Majberg is what it's called. It's this really pretty teal. So anyways, I'm doing this pattern from Imagine a Landscapes. She does a mystery gnome every year. And maybe tomorrow I'll bring my gnomes out here and we'll talk about the gnomes I've done in the past. But it is a paid for pattern. It's kind of like an advent. And it's called Snow Matter What. And it releases today. The Clue 1 does. And then as the month goes through, she'll release part of the pattern on different days. I think she has a schedule on her thing. Yes. You'll get daily updates, and then you'll have your completed gnome by December the 24th. And then you can upload your photo to Instagram for a chance to win a prize. Also with this, not only are you getting an adorable gnome pattern, you are getting, I think there's like some kind of recipe or something, and she always does these really cute stories with them. And I'm trying to think of what else. There's what you have to know how to do. I want to say there's like a recipe. Yeah, so here it goes. Brand new gnome pattern, stories, recipe, and surprises. So I love doing her gnomes. She is like my favorite gnome designer in the knitting world. This is a knitted pattern, and so I was looking for yarn, and this may be my gnome for this year. So I'm just going to set that aside, and I will add that when I go in. I'll just stick that down there. It's fine. Okay. Bye, Rain. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for popping in and hanging out with me for a little bit. Like I said, this is just going to kind of be a laid back, come in and go, hang out in the shadows kind of day. The rest of this is all acrylic scrap. I'm not going to go through that. Big tote of acrylic scraps. I keep all my leftovers in these kind of containers. I'm going to try to figure out something better to do this year with those. I don't know what it is what's going to be though. Okay. Next I have 2 bags of these. So this is yarn that I bought to make baby blankets for my boys to put up. So each one of them will have a blanket that matches for their baby's grandma one day. My kids are only 16 and 12, so I have a while. But I got these on Jimmy Beans several years ago, super cheap. I think they were $10 a bag. And this is Big Baby. I think this is a Knitting Fever yarn. It is a 100% microfiber acrylic. It's really, really soft and squishy. But it is a black and gray marled yarn, barber pool, with a little bit of blues. So I have a couple of these. I don't even know if I put these in my stash, but I want to make sure. Oh my goodness, I haven't. I'm telling you, I have way more yarn than I thought. Like, I just kept finding it and finding it, and it was surreal and very eye-opening, and it made me feel kind of like bad. Like, I'm not buying yarn this year. 2024 is going to be the year of the Q, and I'll talk about that more as I go through Vlogtober. It's also going to be the year of the stash for me because I'm just wanting to focus on yarns I already have. There's like only 2 or 3 people that I want to buy yarn from this year. That's because I haven't bought yarn for them, and there are other channels that I want to support. And I'll talk about those later as well. But this is this yarn. It has been discontinued. I'm going to add, oh, wait, I have it in my stash. Yay. So there we go. I don't have to add this one. I don't know where I'm going to put this yet, though. This may go on my bookshelf. Sorry for the rain. Now we're getting somewhere. So I have a ball of cotton in here. I have leftovers from a project. I already weighed these out. These need to go into my leftover cotton bin, which I don't know where that is, so we'll just set that to the side. And then I have one of these. I really like these yarns. Number one, they're a lightweight fingering weight yarn. And number two, they are a 60% acrylic, 20% wool. This is a Hobby Lobby yarn. It's a Yarn Bee, and it's called Pigment Plus Fiber. And you get these cohesive colors together, and for a decent price. Like, I got this one on clearance, though. Retail $7.99, which is still cheap, but I only paid $1.99 for this. And the reason I got these is because I actually have a bunch of them somewhere. And I'm wanting to make a ginormous granny style blanket from them with just the granny stitch. Because I am in Alabama and because it is pretty warm here year round typically, usually around Christmas we have tornadoes. This is actually tornado season for us. Today we have thunderstorms and rain, which is why it's so gloomy out here. And it's 59 degrees, even though it feels like it's much cooler in here for whatever reason. But that's why I have this. So there's quite a few. I need to make sure that I already have this one in my stash. So when I go to pull all those yarns and make that blanket, I will have everything. This is called the Grapefruit colorway, which I think I already have. Have 2. Okay, so this is already in my stash. I haven't decided what kind of stitch I want to do with that, though. I don't know if I want to do a traditional granny stitch or if I want to do the one, I think it's called like a cat's claw or something, where it kind of dips down. So I'm open to suggestions if anyone's done something like that, where you just make like a big blanket and a certain stitch. Let me know. I'm open for ideas. Also in here, I have my Nitty Noddy. If you do not know what a Nitty Noddy is, let me tell you, they're pretty cool. So I am a spinner. I do have a spinning wheel, and I have lots of fiber that will eventually make it out here. And a Nitty Noddy, you usually get 3 different lengths of the bar. And when you get done plying your yarn, you can put it in a hank. And the Nitty Noddy allows you to do that. So you decide however big you want your hank, and then you slide on the end cap, but you twist it. So you want to have where you have an eye, but then you turn it so these are actually perpendicular to each other and not parallel. Then you would take your yarn and you would hold it on one end. And you would wrap it around like this. And then you continue doing that till you get all your yarn on here. And then you turn it back parallel and you can slide it off, and it helps you create a hank of yarn. You can make nitty noddies out of PVC pipes. I've seen a lot of people do that. Mine is I think I got it from Nitpicks years and years and years ago, or maybe it was Jimmy Beans. But it's a very, very useful tool if you like to spin your own yarn, or even if you like to use hank yarn and you like to put your yarn back in hanks opposed to leaving it to cakes with your leftovers. This would be a great way to do that. And then I have my, I'm trying to remember what this thing's called. I can't think of what it's called. There's a technical term for this, but I use it. It's meant to, once you get your yarn spun on your spindle, let me grab one of those. So once you get your yarn on your bobbin, this is, I can't remember what this is. This has been so long since I spun this. You can take your bobbin and you can slide it on this. I think it's called a Lazy Susan. This came from Paradise Fibers. They are a great online shop. They always have great lives on Facebook. I'm going to drop their link down below. But then you can pull it through here. If you're going to apply it with different ones, say you have 2 or 3 bobbins, and you pull the yarns through here so that way it keeps them separated when you're applying them together. But it is, I use it a lot. I do have some hand spun. I have not, that's the only yarn I don't think I brought out here yet was my hand spun. And it's still in the back. Okay. And then the last thing I have in this tote is part of my advent calendar from Hobby Lobby last year. Last year, Hobby Lobby did a Stitchmas calendar. It was a 12-day calendar. I talk about it in my Vlogmas 2022. And it was super cute advent. They're not doing it this year, I don't think. I have looked online. I spoke to my local store manager, and he said he has nothing about it in the planogram, that they've already gotten all their holiday merchandise. And I'm really sad that Hobby Lobby did not do this again this year. Maybe you've seen one at your local Hobby Lobby. If you have, I would love to know. But according to my local Hobby Lobby, it's not going to be a thing anymore. But this was part of the advent calendar. And you got this cute nativity manger, and you got the yarn to make the 3 characters from the nativity, which is Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus. And I just thought that was really cute. Although I started this pattern last year and I don't like how it was written. So I ripped it out. Like, mine was not coming out like it's supposed to. I'm just going to remake that and use that. I planned on doing it before Christmas, and that didn't happen because at that point I did not know I was getting this and be building a studio all year long. And so I never got around to it. So I'm happy to have one of these emptied. Okay, next is a big box of yarn. And everything is just kind of like sticking around by the seat of its pants, so to speak. I don't know if I can lift that. We'll do it. So one of my most popular videos on my channel is my epic Hobie yarn destash haul. And that happened this current year. I had saw an advertisement on Facebook, one of the local groups, where a local lady had some Hobie yarn that she was wanting to destash. And I messaged her. No, I take that back. I actually went into that local pick and save, and that is where I saw her booth. And then I found her and messaged her and asked her if she had any more yarn she wanted to get rid of. And she was like, yeah. And so she kind of gave me an idea how much she had. And then she was like, hey, this is the price. And it was an amazing deal. And I took her up on that and I bought it all. I'm dropping that link in the chat also. But this is part of that. So this is all of the Hobie Twister. Hobie Twister Solid. Let me be very clear on that. Twister Solid is a Hobie yarn, and it is 55% cotton and 45% acrylic. It is a number 2 sport weight yarn. There is a total of 437 yards, 3.5 ounces in all of these. And I got quite a few. So let's see. I don't even know if I put any of this in my stash. I am wanting to keep all my Hobie yarn together. I don't have any of this in. Okay, we're not going to go through and put all of these in to right now. So I'm just going to set this tote aside because I'm not going to put you through that. You can see all the colors I got in the video that I just linked if you are interested. I am in a tiny box. Oh. Interesting. I don't know why it's so tiny. It's supposed to like split the screen. Let's just do this. I'm going through and unboxing all of my yarns. Good morning. One more whip. Good morning, Hooked by Donna from Canada. I bet it is cold up there this morning because it's kind of cool here. But anyways, I will, if you want to see all the Hobie yarn that I got in that deal, you can click on this link right here and it will show you all of those. So the next thing is going to be this tote, and I think this is an all Hobie tote as well. It is. I'm pretty sure that all of these are in Ravelry. I'm going through and unboxing all of my yarns and making sure that they're in my Ravelry stash because I want to make sure that I have them photographed and logged before I put them in the bookcases. And so this is one way that I can do that. And I just thought I would open up a chat in case anybody wanted to chat and talk yarn. Maybe you were bored and you just want to hear some yarny content and see some yarn, and this was a way that I could provide that for you. But this is Amigo. It is 100% acrylic, and it is the colorway 56. I don't know. I got this in one of the mystery grab bags that they had. I think it was the Valentine's Day one. It was a pretty fun little thing. I have mixed reviews on mystery bags. Did somebody just put my driveway? No. Okay. I don't hate them, but I also don't like not having control about what's in the bag. I guess I need to label these. Hobie. So this is the mystery video that I did. I got this. I got this one in here that is 78% acrylic, 22% wool. I think this is really pretty. These are going to be actual hats. I think I do for donation. And then I got Donna in that mystery bag. This is Donna. I don't know what it's going to be. Donna may actually go in the giveaway box. So I do have a giveaway box. The box itself, the tote, is actually not out here right now, but I have a small one as I go through and I'm finding things. that I'm putting in. We will be doing giveaways. I don't know if I'm going to be doing them this month. My goal is to do some this month. I have one I need to do this month because it's Christmas themed. But there will be giveaways on this channel. It's just been so much going on that I just couldn't focus on that right now. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome in. So I'm probably going to stick this in the giveaway bin. And acrylics, like I said, I want to do them on the bottom shelf, so I'm not going to be putting them in. This is a Hobie Halloween cake. Every year Hobie puts out, I think, very few new colors, but for the majority, it's all the same stuff they've had the previous year. I was kind of sad. Janie with a D. Oh, like my name is Janie with a D. Janie D. So, Danny? Is that right? I'm horrible at reading names. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm butchering your name. I hate that. It makes me feel so bad. Black Friday. But I was kind of sad to see that their yarns were just the same, even for their Christmas yarn. I was kind of like hoping they would put a lot of new stuff out. And I was really hoping that they would do their summer colorways, because before last year, they actually did summer exclusive cakes, but I've only come to Hobie this past year, and so I didn't know about that then. Jeannie with a D. Oh, so I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around that. So is it Ginny, but with a D? So if you want to send me an audio file or text me, you can. I don't butcher your name anymore. I apologize. But there's going to be a whole Hobie bookcase. We're going to go here for now. We'll see how it goes from there. I may have to go get my heater because it is getting chilly in here. It's 60 degrees, but it's a very damp cold in here. And it's just a little bathroom heater. Then I have these aquarels. They are actually canceling or discontinuing this collection, and I'm very sad that I did not know about it prior. I won some of these. No, I won all of these actually on a Hobie bingo. And I have this mosaic kind of wall hanging that I want to use these for. Originally, it came in also blue and green. I'm going to try to track down some of those to use with it, but they're really pretty. I love how they're kind of watercolors, and that's what their intent was, to be somewhat like a watercolor. But I would like to get some more colors of it. It's a part of the Migo series. I already have them in. Maybe I'll go ahead and stick them on a bookcase for now, and then I can move them. We'll just put them at the bottom. I'm going to lay out this rug for me to stand on because my feet are cold. Okay. I do have some of the Hobie sock. I like their sock yarn. I haven't used it yet, but I like that it has a stellina in it that's not really tactile. You can't feel it. And I love the colors. So this one is called color 2. I think this one's called Rudolph. No, this is called Blitzen. It is a total of, oh goodness, 420 grams. No, 459 yards and 100 grams. But it's just so pretty and sparkly. And then this other one is called, this is Rudolph. But these are not the softest yarn. I mean, they're pretty soft, but they're more of a workhorse yarn. They're going to be a little bit sturdier because they're socks. They have a 25% polyamide in it, 2% polyester, and 73% wool. But they'll be great wool hard-wearing socks. And I like the hoodie. And then in here I have some more Hobie twisters and stuff, but there's really nothing exciting to see. This is really pretty. This is Cookie. I bought this for a cow. I've got to where I really love cows. This is Cookie in wildflowers and in meadows, I think. Meadow is this one. And then this one is called a flowery. But those are those. And just call me Dee. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Dee. I apologize. I'm so horrible with names, and I'm just like not. Maybe because I need coffee. I have coffee. I don't even know where it is out here. Chaotic. I don't do good with chaos either. At all. I think I'm actually going to have to end this stream for today and go get my heater because I cannot feel my fingers. Look how red and purple they're turning. Even though it says it's 61 degrees in here, I am freezing. And I need to get my cowl. And I don't even know where that is. And possibly a thicker sweatshirt. I'm going to go work on this the rest of the day, and I'm going to finish recording at Vlogmas, and I will get that out to you guys because I want to show some things show y'all some things and talk about a couple of things going on this month. And before I even let you go, let me get this really important thing out. There is 2 places that you need to check out every single day. Number 1 is Marley Bird's blog. So Marley Bird is an amazing crochet designer, but she has teamed up with some amazing people for this 24 days of patterns, and it's going to be pretty awesome. 24 days of quickies is what she's calling it, Marley and Friends. And some of the most favorite designers are going to be out there putting up their patterns on her blog every day. So make sure you check out this every day this month because the patterns that go up are only free for 24 hours. So you need to click on it and download it and get ready for the next day. So I'm dropping that now. Good morning, Sandrine. Welcome in. So this is for the 24 days of free patterns through Marley Bird. Also, Knit Picks tends to do a free pattern every day you can download for the Christmas season. I am a Knit Picks affiliate. So if you're planning on shopping this month, please consider shopping my link. I would be greatly appreciative. I'm going to get that link for you right now. All my links, though, can be found on my About page up under my campsite. Also on my main page, it's the link on the very top of the page. I'm so cold. My fingers cannot even make this stupid thing click. That is insane. Yes, I need to go get some more coffee, Nightbot, and warm up. And so this is a nitpick link. I didn't even copy the right link. What in the world? Okay, here's the direct link right here. This is for the 24 or 12 days of free patterns. Knit picks. So make sure you hit these spots up every day and get your free patterns for this month. Especially the Molly Bird, because she's going to have some amazing designers put their patterns up there. Elise from used to be Petite Amamagori or whatever. Amamagori. Why am I so tongue-tied this morning? Elise is going to have a pattern on there as well as some other cool people. So make sure you check that out. And I'm going to go in and get some coffee because my brain and my fingers are just so beyond frozen, and get my little heater, which means I have to unplug the laptop because you can't run off the heater and the computer off an extension cord because it becomes a fire hazard. So I cannot have internet while I'm doing that. But I will catch y'all all later. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay warm, stay toasty, and go play with yarn.